Yes, sir. I believe it's working.
How many people get blood today?
She's gonna get blood tomorrow.
Wow. What was that?
Make yourself
What was
Did
that?
you get blood yet?
No, I couldn't.
Oh, tomorrow.
Do you want to go tomorrow?
Oh, I see.
After 2
I got you.
I don't think I can.
Uh-huh.
That's fine. Did you donate paper?
Yeah. Yeah. White chocolate mix.
Oh,
That's my favorite.
Those are the best.
Cookies. And that and I had cheese.
Did you ever? Oh, the brownies were great.
The Kringle was really.
They were really
I
good.
love chocolate. I hate brownies.
What?
Can't explain. I don't try to explain.
Do you like the Ghirardelli one?
Chocolate cake.
I'm all about chocolate cake.
I don't know.
What about chocolate ice cream?
Delicious.
I don't like chocolate ice cream, but I like everything else.
Chocolate ice cream on top of like a brownie.
Nope. Nope. Brownies.
I'm all about dark chocolate.
Delicious. All right. Who enjoyed reading Doctrine?
Of course, they would.
That was really like
Insightful.
What?
Deep.
yeah, it's pretty awesome.
It's pretty awesome. Admittedly, I am not a big doctor. I prefer checklists and easy to the point stuff. I don't like necessarily reading stuff.
We break it up with colorful little blurbs.
And lots of pictures. Yeah.
About those.
We talked about doctrine in first class. Maybe. No? Not at all. What is doctrine? Y'all read it, right? Mm-hmm. Shaking. What is doctrine? Summarize what doctrine is. Go ahead.
I kind of think of it as the thought behind the action. Kind of the summary of everything that you put in a bunch of get a bunch of good guys together who understand the topic and it's put down on paper. And it's something that can change and that's affected highly by experience.
And with those guys, you need a couple of girls that actually
Yeah,
keep the guys on track. Because the guys will start drinking beer. Okay.
Guys, as in,
So maybe when you're talking that summation, you could say policy is created from acts that have happened. So maybe we take a lot of after-action reports, put them together, and it creates an overarching policy or doctrine. Is doctrine policy?
I think it's more like an academic kind of like a study, not a policy.
It is not policy. So it's not going to be a checklist how to do a specific task. That is definitely what it is now. Foundational. Yeah. Big picture. Yep. Beliefs, principles, guidance. All those things. But not necessarily regulatory. And it's not an AFI. An Air Force instruction is completely different from doctrine. Doctrine is going to give us that big picture where the Air Force wants to go with things like leadership. But it's not going to say you have to do this in order to do it. Good? Good? Okay. Quote from General Schwartz. Talk about the different parts of leadership, right? Natural innate ability, experience, education. A couple of those in there. So we're going to be talking about today. Examples of behavior, what we're looking for. Fundamental elements of Air Force leadership, components of Air Force leadership. Alright, doctrine, we touched on it. Total force. So when I say total force, That's the meaning. Not just active duty. We've got our Guard and Reserve brethren, and also our civilian force. That makes up the entire total force. We're talking Air Force, and any one of these individuals can call themselves Big A Airman. Okay? So it's a rank, right? Airman, but it's also a concept. When you were all looking at the doctrine, there's the scope of it. What you all were supposed to get out of it. It's supposed to give us a baseline for all Air Force leaders. Did you all get this out of the doctrine? No? Okay. Who made a half page fall asleep? Yeah. Better than reading like a physics book.
Oh, okay, physics books are really.
I'm not dogging doctrine. It's okay to like doctrine. Better just like Maxwell Air Force Base. That's where you'll be known. You'll be writing it in Chinese. Let's not go there. We did talk about this, right? Art and science. Good definition of Air Force leadership. Leadership does not equal command. What is command? Something get up on the board and write. Good. That's Josie.
Did we get new markers?
I put me more markers out. I know. Pretty exciting. Don't see. What is command?
Position.
Okay, it is a position. Choice.
Having the ability to tell other people what to do.
Is that
instruct them?
command or is it leadership?
Well,
We're trying to look at the difference between what leadership is and what command is. You know, all commanders should be leaders, right? But all leaders are definitely not commanders. So let's find out
command would be like a authoritative position where they could, have the power to, like, discipline or.
So
fire
there are
someone.
specific powers. Uniform Code of Military Justice. With UCMJ up there. Health and welfare of the airmen in whatever unit is. Morale and discipline. Do you know how you can tell who is in command in the Air Force? Jack rank. Maybe. Is there anything a distinguishing feature on the uniform? The commander's badge. Okay?
I never knew what that was.
Now you know.
What is it?
Well, it's a wreath
Oh.
and the little Air Force symbol.
Okay. So this is the commander's badge. And the only person that wears this above the name tag is someone who is currently in command. Alright? So I make that statement and look real close so you can see Colonel Toulouse has one, Colonel Stearns Bowles has one, General Gleimer. What's going on? General Quas doesn't, General Robertson doesn't, General Welch doesn't. I don't know why, but it's limited up to 06. So a commander above the rank of colonel does not wear the commander's badge. I wish I had a good answer. Hey, Joe. That's just a decision of the Air Force. Commanders used to get extra pay for being a commander. So I said above the name tag. As long as you serve your command honorably, i.e., you're not fired. Once you are on to your next job and say you're not a commander, then the command badge will go below the name tag. Okay, so sometimes you might see deputy commanders or someone who was in command, and they'll have it below their name tag. Okay, so I got my commander's badge when I was a squadron commander in Germany. Detachment commanders, generally, detachment, don't think just Air Force or OTC. Okay, there are detachments in the Air Force in lots of different fields. Detachment commanders generally don't wear the command badge, but for Air Force ROTC, they've given special consideration. So that's why it's still there.
So my next question. So if you weren't here, would it have gone under your name tag then?
Yes. Yep. Absolutely. Because I served honorably. I was not canned in Germany. Yeah. So it would have been down there. You'll see it on my when I wear my blues also. And I did get it on my name tag now for my head. So significant power with it, right? Because I have the power to administer the Uniform Code of Military Justice. Not on you all. Amen. No, he's not titled. But you all don't fall under UCMJ, even though you're all contracted. You don't. It's bizarre. Just don't worry about it. Just know you don't fall under UCMJ. So, is there anything that comes back? I mean, I've got all that power. You think there's anything on me? Am I legally bound by anything?
You just have a lot of responsibility.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I am legally bound by this position. Okay, so there are a lot of things that the commander has that are above and beyond normal leadership. Does that make sense? So, can Chad Gaffney be a leader on the flight line? Absolutely. He's just not necessarily the leader. So that's just the differences, the nuance of when we're getting at this what's the difference between leadership. Alright, touched on that. Already talked about that. 2 elements of Air Force leadership. Just too easy, right? Mission and airmen. Talk about this, didn't we? What comes first? Chicken or the egg? Yeah. People first, mission always. Mission. Most important, right? Gotta be done. Airmen always gotta be on the top, making sure they're taken care of, but the mission has to be done. Primary task. You gotta make sure your airmen are taken care of. If the airmen aren't taken care of, the mission will fail, I guarantee. 100% of the time. Maybe not in the very, very short term, but long term wise. Mission will fail. Y'all don't mind if we go through this quick. I mean, we can do hour 15. point out, Ms. Gaffney, any Air Force member can be a leader. Don't have to be a commander. Walking in the door, second lieutenant, one each, Paige Burnclough is going to be a leader, or has the potential to be a leader, if she so chooses. Vast majority of leaders in the Air Force are certainly not. Aren't a lot of commanders, right? Commanders, you're looking at squadron level, group level, wing level, and above. So, not a whole lot of commanders in the Air Force or in any given base. Doing this one in spades at field training, leadership and followership. Which one was more important? No? Yeah. And we talked about that too in any given leadership event. You get the leader follower situation, Venn diagram. Jersey loves it. All about you. I need to start calling Coleman situation. Jersey Shore. GTO. Awesome. All right, effective leadership. Taking that human potential, turning it into operational performance in the present. So 2 parts, right? What we're doing right now, taking people, making mission. But what's the second part about? Preparing capable leaders for the future. What's that all about?
Well, so I'm capable of leading already. You just have to not stay in kind of mentality, keep them ready for the next. But if the leader is always changing,
Okay. What else?
There's a quote though saying, how do you like measure a man's worth in the Air Force? You give him a leadership position. I was kind of thinking it's important to give someone a junior level a little bit, and then if they do well on that, or they can at least learn from their experiences, so that someday they can become that general or colonel or something. The practice kind of prepares them to be someone who has more responsibility.
That you're going to bring out teaching and fit. Is that fit? Something we always think about in the Air Force is, we're only at a base, like guards in there forever. But we, as active duty, will only be at a base maybe 3-4 years at a time. So you may always be looking at who you can train that can do your job. You're training potentially the person to replace. So we need to prepare those capable leaders, those individuals that we see as being capable, and continue to develop their education and their abilities so they can take over. Always something to think about. We're going to look at 2 things. Institutional competencies. What are institutional competencies? Skills, right? Three different levels. Which one's the lowest? Personal leadership. Why is that?
Work on itself.
Okay.
Also, those skills before I go to my team.
Personal leadership rolls into people and teamwork, right? Which rolls into the organization. You gotta have that first one. All right. So here it is on a nice chart. Institutional competencies. Personal, people and team, and organizational. As your leadership level goes up, tactical expertise. Let's look at that, like the squadron level, group, wing, somewhere at the base. Moving into your operational competence. Okay, you're getting away from doing the mission on a daily basis where you're actually having an effect on it. And maybe you're at the numbered Air Force Major Command level, doing more of a staff type of job. To strategic vision, where you're at headquarters Air Force, Secretary of the Air Force, something like that. Alright? So, does this make sense that for your institutional competencies at the tactical level, you're going to be dealing primarily with personnel issues and people or team issues? As a frontline supervisor, what kind of issues do you deal with? Do you rate any of it right now?
I don't personally.
You don't? Okay.
Yeah. That's usually tech sergeants.
Tech sergeants?
Yeah. Okay. I do training though with the airmen. New airmen that come in, we're in charge basically to train them on just daily routine functions, stuff like that. So that would be big on the personal team.
Big on the first step, right? I mean, when you make TAC and you have airmen under you, you are definitely focused on the personal side. When you all are probably first lieutenants, maybe second lieutenants, first lieutenants, young captains, you may have a little bit of the team, but the vast majority is going to be taken care of individuals, right? Then you get towards squadron command, that role shifts. You still are going to have to spend time on the personal. Personal issues that you have to take care of, but you're shifting your focus more to the squadron, team goals, squadron goals, accomplishing the mission. You got to balance, right? Once you get out of that wing level, all of a sudden, dealing with personal issues is decreasing, as we can see. Dealing with the team that you're working with is still there, but now you're becoming much more concerned with the overall big picture Air Force, and certainly then at the strategic level, small piece of the pie in dealing with people. Still have to deal with the team. You're working with people, but a lot of it is becoming that strategic vision and that organization. Exciting stuff. All right, back down to the personal level. Ethical leadership. Did we cover that? Who sets it? Who sets that ethical leadership? Yours. Right? That's going to be you. You're going to be setting that ethical leadership. You're going to be setting the standard. It's that professional integrity that you're going to bring in the unit. Right? Followership, warrior ethos. Tell me about warrior ethos. Josie.
Well, at Jeff Tech during Max 3, they was really stressed it. Colonel McFeely, who's in charge of everything, was really into warrior ethos. So it's embodying like the warrior spirit, like always being ready to go, being willing to like finish the fight, like do what you're supposed to do to the end, like that kind of thing.
Okay.
Exhibit hardiness of spirit.
Hardiness of spirit.
In times of diversity, physical and mental.
Hardiness of spirit. So you're in a Jiv Tech environment, right? Is it easy to have warrior ethos in that kind of environment? No, you don't think so?
I think there's a lot of opportunities to exhibit those, like that ethos where if I'm just studying all day, the ethos can be not taking a nap or checking my Facebook.
You think in your Air Force JOB, y'all are going to be running around with paintball guns and searching for the enemy, or are you gonna be maybe sitting at a desk? Which is it? Is it gonna be hard to maintain that warrior ethos? You just gotta keep that spirit, right? Keep that burning. Absolutely. And you gotta keep it burning in your airmen as well, which isn't always so easy. Easier when you're right there hacking the doing the mission, right? When you're on the flight line turning wrenches. But handing out towels in the gym. How is this getting the plane off the ground? It's more challenging for a leader of people to keep that warrior ethos going, to keep that fire in the belly, to keeping your airmen, and for you to remember that you are an important part of the Air Force if you're making the mission happen. And of course, you got to keep developing yourself. Communication. Speaking writing, we talked about active listening. Who can tell me about the difference between listening and hearing? Don't be Andy. Go ahead.
Listening is when you actively hear and absorb information that's coming from someone, and just hearing is when it just goes in one ear and out the other.
We can't help but hear, right? I mean, that's just unless we can't hear. But listening is an active part of that. Right? Anybody tell me about listening? Anybody?
Listening takes effort.
It does take effort.
It takes response too, usually. So because if you're gonna listen, you're probably gonna have to do something with that information later.
Okay. What kind of response?
Depends on what you're listening for. Acknowledging what was shared with you, understanding it. Sometimes you reiterate it, or you take action on what you were getting told.
So it's not just listening until you're interested in something that tells about your story that is obviously much more important than whatever they were saying.
No, it takes response.
Like that one scene in Pulp Fiction,
Which one?
or they got John Travolta.
It's a long movie.
The lady.
Movie.
When you ever get the impression that someone's only listening to you to wait until they have a break to say their own story that's more important? I think that's actually, I heard someone talk about that. Exactly.
I have to watch the movie here. Understand before being understood. Y'all heard that? Understand before being understood. Active listening. Very important. Going up to people team competencies. Develop and inspire others. Fostering collaborative relationships. What does it mean to be collaborative? Collaboration.
Work together in cooperation, so it's a two-part team.
Two-part team. What else? Troy.
Well, you're moving up from the personal level where you're just working with individuals, so you gotta make sure everyone else is kind of working together, so that they're collaborating their ideas and stuff. It's just kind of more of a big picture.
Okay. When you're collaborating, is it greater or lower than compromise? And why?
I think greater because you're building on to it instead of compromising. But with collaboration, you're building on ideas, compromise, and just settling for the best between the two, or best aspects of the two.
Sarah?
I was gonna say this, it was like everything understand.
That's not it though, right? Right? It's getting to that win-win where you're not taking pieces and parts from everybody's ideas and just kind of coming up with something that works for everybody. Nobody's really excited about it. So that collaboration piece in negotiation where you put all those great ideas together and you come up with something that's even better. Sometimes called synergy. was there because Macy was in this.
I think I like Star
Favorite
Trek
bug?
more than Nancy does.
Ooh. Okay, I put that there.
Fighting
Favorites.
words.
I don't know though.
Favorite thing is the collectible boxes.
Ooh,
Because I'm the
we
one
got
on
nerd
that show.
wars going on. Serious. What does enterprise mean in this context? You'll hear the Air Force as a whole called it an enterprise. We were talking starships.
Oh, he said it spells eggs.
The acronym in the bottom.
I'm not gonna say it that.
No, all the acronyms in Air Force.
Enterprise is just an organization. I don't know why they started using enterprise. Because it started 6-7 years ago.
You're a Trekkie, you obviously.
I hate it.
You joined the Air Force out of the other branches. So you got a concentration of people like Star Trek.
You know what they are?
Eggs.
Maybe that's what the connection was. There you go. Okay, when we're looking at that organizational level, you're looking much bigger, right? Now you're looking at the strategic art of it. You're looking not just at the unit, but you're looking more joint, which is what? What's a joint environment? Anybody?
Working with another branch or anything.
Yeah, absolutely. There's another branch. Okay. And coalition. What's a coalition? Yep. Other countries. Yep. Non-adversarial crisis response. You'll hear them called NEOs, non-combat evacuation operations as well. And we talked about the people aspect, right? How big? By comparison, the personal or team or organizational. Very much that big picture perspective, that whole organization, the entirety of the airport. Yep. All right. We covered a lot of this stuff. Yep, you want to have decisive actions. Looking to influence, improving development and learning. Done. 7 minutes long. I haven't had a chance to look at statement yet. I know there were some things brought up. Ben Kennedy was looked at your tongue quill, said, "Hey, our jet wing letterhead is incorrect." Okay. Find the phone. So I don't know. He was gonna pass it up and see if y'all wanted to change it as an enterprise. Or maybe I should do my dad. But I will get to those hopefully this weekend. Anybody got anything for the entirety of the You know, the only thing I was thinking with the whole given blood is that I won't be able to get them. That's one of the events for homecoming.
Doesn't it count though towards homecoming? I did last year. Because I donated twice and it counted for homecoming.
Both times.
No, the first since school starts until the end of homecoming, they counted the first part of the semester.
Oh, good.
At least that's how it worked last year. I could be wrong.
I think it's just double the points if you donate during homecoming. So donating now still counts to it, but you just get double the points if you donate during homecoming. So it's like donating twice.
Maybe you're on Commander. Send me a picture today of flight. I sent him a picture of me getting blood. It's a game on. So Chad, when you go and give blood, our organization number 202.
Alright. Good deal.
Make sure to put
Rack
that.
those points up.
And all your friends.
And all your-
Make Doug donate again.
You want to keep that?
Skinny me down.
He actually just he leaves this weekend.
Oh, he has been out.
Yeah, he was back here last weekend.
Anything come in to say?
I guess not. I don't know, sir.
All right. Have a wonderful evening.
Keep building.